Hello, peace and blessings. This is Jovhannah, creator of Healing Single Mothers. I am back. I was on live and then I had a call come in and that kind of kicked me off. So I went ahead and switched devices. So I will just start from scratch. Hello, beautiful mama. I hope that you are having a beautiful day. If I look tired, it is because I am tired. Today started off very beautifully. I got to do my rituals and I got to spend time at the river this morning. And then after that, it was kind of like a domino effect of weird things just happening. Nothing super serious, just life coming at me fast. And so it's been a weird day. So yes, I am tired. And then I have not been sleeping very well. I don't know if it's sometimes around the full and new moon, like my sleep cycle changes. So I've not been getting a lot of sleep, so there's that too. But anyways, so today we're going to be talking about body wisdom, which is our theme of the month inside of the Healing Single Mothers community. And I'll be talking about grapefruit essential oil, which is really great for our body, specifically body acceptance, which is something that we can all use sometimes. I know most women that I have talked to, especially ones with children, after giving birth, things change. With age, things change. And sometimes we have to relearn to really embrace and love our bodies again. But I'm going to take a look at the card that I pulled, which is Body Wisdom in the Single Mom Spiritual Journal. So August is all about loving on and connecting with your physicality, your body. And it's really important that we listen to our bodies and understand, like, okay, what is my body telling me? Sometimes we can be so out of sync with our own body and our own rhythms and our own cycles just because of the way life is, how, we're kind of always like on go, living really fast and have so many things going on in our lives that sometimes we don't stop and listen to our bodies until we like slow down and do mindful practices like yoga, or meditation, where we're able to like really sit and feel what's happening inside of us. So also that goes without saying to like make sure that we're also taking care of our physical health with exercise, eating healthy, making sure we're getting the checkups and things that we need to keep our physical body in its best condition. So also pay attention to and be mindful to how you are taking care of your body. What are you giving your body? Are you drinking enough water? Are you moving it as much as you should be, and things like that? When we're able to like slow down and appreciate our bodies, we reconnect with it, especially if you've experienced some sort of physical trauma. I've been in abusive relationships and have had other traumatic experiences that impacted me, the way that I felt in my body and the way that I related to my body. So that's really important as well, that we're being mindful of that, doing healing, whether it's, with therapy, with a counselor, a coach, a healer, someone to help us process, because we do store information. We store energy in our body, and that's why being in tune and in alignment with your body helps you to be well. So it's the message on the card is, my body knows what to do. Every chakra, every cell is wise beyond measure. And if you see here, this is just a picture of the card. I don't have the deck with me. There is this beautiful goddess here, and she's in the gestational phase of her pregnancy. And this really aligns so well because our bodies, when, we're about to, throughout the whole pregnancy process, right, our body knows what to do. We just have to like trust in the process, and it's uncomfortable. Some parts of it are really uncomfortable, but we know that like we were designed for this. So trusting your body that it knows what to do, that every cell knows its job, and it's gonna do whatever it needs to do to keep things functional and flowing. When we get to a space where we're really wanting to tune into our body, some practices that help, I mentioned yoga. Due to what's happening in the world, some of these may or may not be feasible for you, especially depending on where you live. But an acupuncturist, I went to an acupuncturist before, and it was the most amazing experience. A chiropractor, massage, those are all beautiful ways to like physically manipulate your body to move things, and you'll be surprised how amazing you feel afterwards. Like, we walk around and we think that we feel good because nothing's really hurting. You know, we're able to move the same way that we're used to moving. But when, hang on, I've got to send a message really quickly. Okay, sorry. Someone's, my dad is picking up some stuff for me, and I needed to make sure he was going to the right space. I just lost my train of thought. So yeah, when we're able to manipulate and move our physical body, that helps to, you'll feel better, right? So that's what I was saying. So, you know, we walk around, like right now, I feel pretty good. But I know if I were to go to a masseuse or to a chiropractor and they're able to work the tension out of my muscles and align things that may have shifted out of place, I would feel like a whole new person. And then I'd be like, oh my gosh, like I did not realize how bad I felt because it felt normal to me. So if you've never experienced any of those things, if you're able to, I highly recommend them. They are such a relief, and you will feel amazing afterwards. Also, something worth doing as we're talking about our bodies and body wisdom is exploring your connection to your body, and what beliefs you have about it. I know for me, I was always, and still am to this day, like ridiculed about certain parts of my body, which is one reason why I don't really post full body pictures, because I don't want to draw attention. So in that way, right, negative attention. So those are some things that I've had to like really explore and make peace with, because it wasn't me. It was like other people and their perceptions or stereotypes or just ignorance. And I am okay, right? I'm at peace with myself, but still I'd rather not get any unwanted attention. So some journaling questions are like, how do I feel about my body? It's a very clear one. What is my body telling me? How can I connect to the wisdom of my body? And what healing modality is calling to me? Maybe you have been interested in like acupuncture or acupressure, or like, what is it called? Cupping. There's a technique called cupping. There's so many different modalities, or maybe it's Reiki. Find a few ways that you can care for your body this month, and get clear on how you can honor your body. So one of my things that I wrote down is that I want to make sure that I am walking more, just going out, especially now that the weather is, if I can get out early enough, then it's more comfortable to go walking. So those are just some of the ways to tap into your body's wisdom, and we dive deeper into that in the Healing Single Mothers community. But I want to talk to you about grapefruit essential oil. So I'm sure you know the fruit grapefruit, which is really good. They say it's good to eat in the mornings, especially like if you, on the day that you have a test, because it helps your mind. Grapefruit oil, I learned, is good for body acceptance, and that's why I chose it as the oil of the month. If you have ever experienced shame around your body, or just felt like uncomfortable in your body, maybe not really, really loving all parts of yourself, then this is a really great essential oil to work with. So I'm going to give you a very brief and basic overview, some essential oil safety, specifically focused on grapefruit, since this is what I'm talking about. Grapefruit is a citrus fruit, which means that it can make your skin sensitive to the sun. So you want to be mindful not to like put it on areas that will be exposed and go out into like direct sunlight. You always want to especially be mindful if you have any allergies or things like that, skin sensitivities. If you're allergic to the grapefruit fruit or any type of citrus, then chances are you may be allergic to this. So just be mindful of your personal concerns when it comes to using things like essential oils. You also want to dilute oils and do like a spot test to make sure that you don't have any allergic reactions when you're using anything new, whether it's an oil, a new makeup or facial product. So you can dilute essential oils in a carrier oil, which would be something like extra virgin olive oil, almond oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil. You see where I'm going. Coconut oil. I already said coconut oil. I did. So any other oil, you just maybe a couple of drops in an ounce of carrier oil to dilute it. Essential oils are very, very powerful. One drop can do a lot, so you don't have to put many drops, just a couple, and that's good to go. So because this comes from an edible fruit, this is one essential oil that is generally considered safe for consumption. A lot of people are against consuming essential oils internally. If you have any concerns about that, then that's something you would want to, talk with your doctor or healthcare professional about. And I know that this one is safe for consumption because on the label here, it has nutritional facts. If it was not safe for consumption, then it would say so. So give me just a second. Okay, thank you for your patience. I had to take care of that. So I talked about some of the safety concerns for essential oils. I may do like an essential oils 101 type of class, just talk about the basics of essential oils. I do use doTERRA. You can use whatever you feel. I just feel very comfortable with the quality of these particular oils. Not trying to sell them to you, but if you ask me what brand would I recommend, this is one of the main ones that I use and trust. Okay, now that that is out of the way, hey, thank you for joining. I just have been talking a little bit about body wisdom and sharing some basic essential oil tips because I'm going to talk about how to use grapefruit essential oils for body acceptance practices. So one of the things that essential oils are good for, they work on multiple levels. So when I talk about using grapefruit for body acceptance, it's really about the energetic impact of grapefruit oil. First of all, it smells amazing. It's very uplifting, it is refreshing, it is energizing, it smells so good. You can use it to like flavor your water, or even just take the actual grapefruit, and slice it, and you can squeeze some in your water as well, and it makes it very refreshing. So one of the things I recommend, I had a client before who, well, actually I'll speak from my personal experience and then I can share that. So this is something that I would use to massage my body while reciting affirmations. So for instance, one of my trouble spots, I would say, is my belly. After I had Savvy, I gained a lot of weight with both of my pregnancies. With my first pregnancy, I believe I gained like 68 pounds, and with Savvy, I think it was closer to 80 pounds. I don't know why. When I am pregnant, I just gain a lot of weight. And then being older, it's, as they say, it's not as easy to lose weight once we get older. Anyways, that's a separate conversation, because getting myself back into better shape is something that I have been wanting to do for quite some time. Earlier this year, I suffered a loss and had to have a surgical procedure, so that kind of threw me out of whack. But once I'm able to like regain all of my strength and all of that, then I definitely want to start doing more resistance type of working out or exercise. But right now for me, as long as I move my body, whether that's me walking to the river, walking around the neighborhood, something like that, for me that counts. So one of the things that I would do is, where's my bottle? So I have this empty bottle that I just filled up with coconut oil. So I would put some of this in my hand, add a drop of grapefruit oil, and then just rub my hands together. And I would rub over my trouble area and say affirmations. So saying things like, I love my body. My body is a sacred temple. I lovingly release this weight. I accept myself wholly and fully. And I'm massaging myself. And sometimes, I also believe in mirror work. So doing it in the mirror, undressed, where I'm able to really see myself and really love on my body. And even just doing that, when we get out of the shower, sometimes we just throw the towel on and just brush off. But no, like, stop and look at yourself and marvel over your body. Like, our bodies have carried us through so many different experiences. Like, I have, where is it? This scar somewhere. Oh, it's kind of healing now, but right, I have like scars that tell stories and different things. And then I can look and see like, okay, wow, like my body has changed, but I love it because it continues to carry me on. And the more and more that I talk to my body and I show it love, it's like kind of really coming back into alignment. So maybe like if you like don't love your feet or whatever, you can do the same thing and like, oh my gosh, I really love my feet. They carry me from here to there. They help me to stand strong, right? Like just speaking love into that area of your body, and it helps. Like science has proven that affirmations change things. Speaking positively to a plant affects the way that it grows. So speaking positively to yourself, to your body, that's only going to help you grow and thrive. And I know you might be like, girl, this is crazy. Like, what are you talking about? Try it. What can it hurt? Just try it. Just speaking loving thoughts about your body, about trouble areas that you have, can be so beneficial. But not only is it about just saying these things, but it's also about doing things to help shift. So in addition to like, loving on my trouble area, then maybe it's like as I'm walking, I'm also like saying with support and to really guide me so that I can continue on. So I know like every step I take, I'm getting healthier and stronger. Every step I take, I fall deeper in love with my body. So simple ways like this, but also it's not just about like the mental work. It's also about moving our body, doing workouts. I will not tell you how many fitness programs that I have purchased and have access to that I have not been consistent in using for a variety of reasons, which is why I was like, I'm not going to pressure myself into anything. I'm just going to say, as long as I move my body from 15 to 30 minutes each day, that counts, right? And then as I continue building upon things, then I'll start to add in different other elements that will help me shape my body the way that I desire it to be. But also it's, I just had a thought. Where did it go? It left. If it comes back, I will share it. It was a very good point that I was gonna make, and it just went away that quickly. So maybe it wasn't for me to share today. But, I was gonna speak on our wombs. There's so many books and practitioners that focus solely on womb wellness. I do offer womb Reiki healing, a womb clearing service where I use Reiki and crystals to really focus on healing that area. Because if we have experienced any type of loss or trauma in that area, or even just emotions, right? Our womb can, like I said, our bodies hold energy and information. Our wombs can also store things. It is the seat of our intuition. It's our emotional center, so it's very important for women to have, especially women, to have that area balanced and healed. There's a whole body of work on the yoni and womb practices and journals and courses and different healers, and vaginal steaming is very popular now because more and more women are returning to connecting to their body wisdom. You would be surprised how much clarity and connectedness you will feel after just doing that. One of my goddess sisters, Goddess Shu, did like this Dear Yoni challenge a few years back, and I hope she does it again, where we actually we're able to communicate with our womb. And that was one of the most beautiful and also healing processes for me, because it brought up a lot of things that I didn't even realize were affecting me. But that just goes back to knowing our body is so wise, and it knows. And the more that we're able to align ourselves with that, the more in balance and in harmony we can be. And also, again, I love the fact that as a mom, I get to teach my daughter how to tune into her body at an early age, so she knows what she needs and how she feels, and can, hopefully avoid some of the things that I experienced because I did not know. And so I think that's what really lights me up about this work, is that by speaking to you, I know that I'm also helping to equip you with tools and resources and practices that can change another generation. And so that just makes me super happy, because, if we knew as children that we can connect with our bodies, that our bodies are a temple, that we can reconnect with ourselves and to love every piece of ourselves, can you imagine how much healthier and happier we would be as adults? I remember getting picked on in school because I was never, a large breasted person. That was just not me. That's not how God made me. And would get picked on for having small breasts. And I didn't know that, I could have just loved myself, And I didn't take it personally, but it still hurt. So imagine if our children, they're getting teased at school or something like that, but we teach them to own their body, to accept themselves as they are at an early age. It can do so much good for the next generation, and maybe it will stop people from bullying other people because they are empowered to love themselves as they are, so they don't have a need to go and pick on somebody else because of what they're experiencing from a parent, an adult, or another child in their life. So I could talk about this all day, but unfortunately I cannot. Some other ways to connect with your body are to swim, to go for walks, to dance with yourself. You can slow dance, hug yourself, take bubble baths, book a Reiki session. They are fantastic. And again, I said a massage or any other form of energy healing. So I am just about to wrap up. I appreciate you joining in. I will do a quick recap. Talked a little bit about the wild day that I had, shared some essential oil safety tips, some tips for how you can kind of reconnect to your body and tune into its wisdom, and some awesome information about grapefruit essential oil that's really good for supporting body acceptance. So I will be diving into this more inside of the Healing Single Mothers community, and I invite you to join me. It is a sacred space filled with exclusive content, resources, and more. We meet once a month for live coaching calls. We do healing circles. I do readings in there. And each month there's a new training, new resource. So it's a beautiful space to be. You can join at healingsinglemothers.com or click the link in my bio. I hope to see you inside. Peace.